Welcome to Swinger University, your horizontal enrichment program. Group projects were never this much fun. Here are your hosts, Ed and Phoebe.
Hi everyone, this is Phoebe.
And this is Ed.
Today we are talking about our second house party after vaccination and our first party in the Bay Area. This party was off the hook. Oh my gosh. This is now the second house we have seen as the ultimate swinger pad. All right, let's get into it. Ed, how do we find this party?
Well, we met a couple through SLS and we were kicking with them, and they were connected with a bigger network of swingers, and we all kind of got roped into this big kick group.
Yeah. So we're kicking them separately, then we're in the kick group, and then all of a sudden we're going to the party and paying for the party ahead of time, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. And we recognize some of the people from local hotel parties and whatever. I mean,
a few.
Sacramento and the Bay Area, it's close enough. We get a lot of cross-pollination, if you will.
Right. Some of these people we hadn't seen in years.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So we were a little unsure about the party because this group was very active on Kik. They were posting photos of them traveling together to Vegas, to some of the swinger resorts.
Right. And a lot of hype. Like, they were all super excited about getting back together.
Right.
And for us, it was like meeting them for the first time.
I know. So it was like crashing somebody's high school reunion party.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you know how nervous you are as a spouse going to your, significant other's high school reunion party.
Yes.
Yeah. So we were a little nervous, but it's all going to turn out. We're going to tell you about that. The other thing that made us nervous was the photos. Oh, they made it. They were very similar to that other group we were part of called the Fun Ones, where we were posting a lot of sexy photos.
Right.
Wednesday, hump day, Friday, I don't know, fuck day, Thursday was
Titty Tuesday.
Every day
All
had
the
a
days.
theme.
Yeah.
So every day everyone's posting sexy photos all week long. Blah, blah, blah. So high expectations. I'm getting nervous. The other couples chatting us up on the side, the ones that told us about the party, and they're like, oh, we can't wait to play with you, this, that, and the other thing. And I'm trying to hold back going,
We haven't even met you yet.
I have no idea what you're like in person. Chatting is fine, but I'm not going to set the bar for any kind of expectation
And we don't want to set them up for disappointment where it's
right, I don't know.
We're going to play with you, and then we meet them and we're not going to play with you.
Yeah, I mean, how are you supposed to know? You don't.
You don't know.
You can't. Which is why the whole online thing is just kind of dumb.
But we relied on our years of experience.
Yes.
Did some, meditative exercises and zenned out a little bit. And you know what? We've configured this out. It's just a house party. We've been through this before.
Right.
We know some techniques for getting through new situations.
Yes. And we were feeling also a little vulnerable because this was a venue, right? We'd never been to this house before. We'd never been to this area before. We weren't familiar. And like we said earlier, the group was mostly unknown. So,
Right.
We're a little nervous. But anyway, we figured it out.
Yeah. So we were talking, I mentioned tips for getting through things. First tip of this episode, always fuck the host. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm sure they appreciate it.
Oh my gosh. And she demanded it.
Yeah, she was having fun.
She was oh
having
my God,
fun.
our
She was
host
very
was amazing.
sassy.
She was sassy. I love her.
And I did fuck her, so
And you did. And I
the
was
way it
right
works.
behind you, and you did it in the swing, and it was
a lot of fun.
that was sexy.
Yeah, she was cute. Yeah, it was fun.
Contacts. We did a really good job at getting contacts, and so did other people. I was kind of impressed with their A game for making sure everyone stays connected.
Yeah, this whole networking thing, like this was like grade A networking
Right?
strategies.
Oh, yeah.
Like this was a master's class in networking. So we brought our hoe cards, and we always bring our hoe cards to be able to pass them out. And we had them ready. I couldn't find them in the stupid bag partway through the night. It was like the bottomless bag. We couldn't find stuff.
Too
in
many
the bag.
condoms were in there.
Yeah, something like that. We got to use those up. We've also found a downside with hoe cards. So, like, we're a big fan of the hoe cards, right? Because you get your information out there. It's really easy for people to contact you.
But they lose them.
And it's a one-way communication.
Right.
So you hand your information out.
And you expect them to, yeah.
And if you get crickets back, nobody follows through on their part.
So here's the new strategy.
Dun, dun, dun.
We bought little mini Sharpies.
Yes.
And I'm sacrificing my body. Yes, I am. For people's screen names. And they're just going to write it on my body. Why? Because it's going to stay there while you're fucking and showering and all that other stuff. And it's not going to get lost.
Right.
Because you don't have pockets. You don't want to run back to your bag or your purse or whatever to put it there. You're going to forget. You're going to drop it. You're going to get...
And what couple doesn't want to sign your tits?
Right.
With their name? Like,
right. Or my ass.
Oh, yeah. Or your thighs. Or
yeah.
They could say, so-and-so was here.
Right.
Sexy swinger couple was here.
Yeah.
I
think maybe on the side of the thigh might be good.
Yeah.
That way, if, someone's fucking you, they're not looking at, like, another couple's screen name on my boob. It might be a little
They didn't
weird.
get there first. They didn't get the real estate.
It's like looking at, a tattoo of Joe when, you're Frank.
Right. Or Ed. So the other technique that we figured out was, and I've been using this for a while, and that's following up with the guest list after the party. Now, several years ago, I actually wrote to SLS. I contacted them and said, look, you guys yank the party down like at midnight when the party ends. And the next morning when you're going, who was that couple that we fucked that we want to find again? And the guest list is gone. So I wrote them and I'm like, that's silly. You should keep it up.
And they changed it.
So you usually have about 24 hours on SLS to see the guest list and to reach out to those couples. Now, there's pros and cons with that. Not everybody's got good profile pictures.
Right.
Not everybody has pictures.
Or the face photos. I just text someone today and I was
Don't know if this is you
they're
or not.
supposed to be there. I have no idea if I actually met them. I think so, but
It's a blonde
and a tall guy
with a husband.
I know. That's all I know.
And
But
that's it. That's all we got.
she could have cut her hair. I have no idea now.
But you can peruse the guest list. And so, like, last night, I went back through the guest list and found some of the people who we met and reached out to them.
Yep.
But the other trick we learned, this one's super cool, and there's two parts to this trick. One, you can carry your phone around with you for a while so that you can get other people's contact information.
Right.
But you got to follow the rules of the party. So the party we were at last night
said no
phones out at all.
Right.
If you're going to make a phone call, you got to go like
on the side of that house, around the corner.
Go hide in a closet or something.
Yeah.
So
go underground.
That didn't work out so well, but at the house party that we're talking about, everybody had their phones out. Some people were taking pictures. Wasn't that big a deal.
Right.
People were being fairly discreet with the pictures of just the crowd that they were with. Mm-hmm. But we were getting contact information right then and there. So we were already connected.
Yes.
Through Kik or text message or something.
All that.
And here's the best part. And we're going to give this shout out to the couple that we met. We won't use their names. But he gave us a trick. Put the pineapple emoji in front of the name of the couple. That way, in your contacts list, you know that they're lifestyle people. So if you get a phone call, you go, oh, and by the way, it announces pineapple.
Yes, I was like, pineapple
emoji.
Ed calling. Pineapple Ed calling.
So
if you have that feature activated, it was hilarious. Yeah. So as soon as I got home, I did that with all my contacts, and it was so funny when Siri announced that. You can, of course, create swinger groups in your phone, and I had done that, but it's too difficult to manage on the iPhone. You have to do it on a desktop. This is just so much easier.
Yeah, and it sorts them all at the bottom.
At the bottom. Mm-hmm.
By the pineapple.
Right.
So it's pretty dang cool.
It was pretty slick. So, I don't know why we didn't think of that, but that was awesome.
Hey, you learn something new every day. We can't invent all the tricks.
So your connections, again, make sure you're mixing and mingling and pursuing those opportunities. People that you think you're gelling with or having good conversations with, or want to have an opportunity with.
Right. Like, don't hold back.
Right.
You got a shot. They're at the same place and time as you are. Go talk to the hot couple. Like, just do it.
Yes.
And we did that this time.
We did.
We talked to a lot of hot couples.
We did. And, sometimes the conversation isn't great and the vibe just isn't there. For example, the couple that hooked us up with the party, the vibe just wasn't there. The sexy vibe wasn't there.
Yeah, we weren't getting the sexy vibe, but we're going to give them
another shot.
Absolutely.
Because
maybe they were nervous.
Little new. One of the parties was a little new to the lifestyle, so things,
a little shy.
Yeah.
But there's always a second chance, and we always give people second chances, sometimes third chances, depending on how things go.
Right. But know when to cut and run, so to speak. If there's other opportunities. I mean, it's nice to get to know people and have a conversation and stuff like that, but you are there to fuck and meet other people that you gel with. So,
and even if you're having a great conversation, sometimes it's important to keep moving through the party because there's other couples that you also want to meet, or you promise to talk to some friends.
Right.
And you get stuck talking with one of your friends and then you don't talk to your other friends.
Right. And then by the time you get to them, they've moved to the playroom. You can't find them, and then they're all fucked out, and then they left, and you're like, what happened?
I know. So it's important to kind of manage your time a little bit, look around the room, see who's there. And, if you feel like you're getting a little antsy, then, it's okay to own that. Yeah. Move along.
It's like this strategy, the social strategy.
Yeah.
Like at other social parties, you don't really think about that. But when you're at a swinger party, there is strategy.
Yeah. I was saying this just last night. It would be awesome if you could be at 3 places at the same time. It'd be a little distracting to be having sex in 3 different places at the same time, but you can't get to everybody. So you've got to be smart with your time.
Right. And we would periodically come together on a little sidebar. We have a little huddle, and we talk about, well, I'm gelling with this couple, but I'm not gelling with that couple. I really want to go talk to this couple, and I'd really like to fuck that couple. So
Right.
you have to have these little sidebars and little plans, I guess.
Little status updates.
Right. Exactly.
Gotta check
Because
in.
there is a goal.
Right. We're goal-oriented people.
There aren't expectations theoretically, but there is a goal. The other fun tip with connections is if a hot, sexy lady walks up to you and wants to rub glitter on you with her boobs, just let her.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah,
it's really
important.
critical.
I got glitter boobs. I got hands on my boobs. I got glitter. Everyone had glitter everywhere. It was awesome.
As a matter of fact, one guy got boob glitter rubbed on his head.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
And then the lady decided to rub her coochie on his head. And she ended
Bald
up
head.
with Glitoris.
Ah, yes, and that's
Hence the title.
that's
of this
how the
episode.
glitterous happened. That's
Yeah.
right. So bald head man, boobs went onto the bald head, clit went onto the bald head, transfer,
Right.
and now there's a new STI called glitterous.
All right. So you've gone around the party. You've met a bunch of people. At some point, it's time to start playing. Now, at this
Absolutely.
particular party, people were playing pretty much as soon as we walked in.
Oh,
there was
man.
There was one lady who was making the rounds. I mean, literally making the rounds to all the beds with multiple gentlemen. It was great. We were like, oh,
There
she's
again.
at it again. It was fantastic. It was almost like the entertainment for the night. Some parties have go-go dancers. We had the
Roving bed
roving
hopper.
fuckers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get it started.
Yeah, get it started. Our favorite is just make a suggestion to go find out what's going on. Let's go see what's going on. Or,
Yeah.
hey, let's go.
Hey, I wonder if anybody's in the playroom. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Let's go check out the
We were going to
playroom.
go check it out. You want to come with us?
Exactly.
Hint, hint. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, sure. Sounds like a good idea. Wee. And then we all like traipse off to the fun
And
room.
if there's nobody in there, then you can always make the suggestion, wow, this bed's really empty. We should fix that.
Right. Oh my God, there's clean sheets. Let's jump on them.
Let's ruin them. One of the other things that comes up frequently at parties, because it's a party, and that's drinking. And we had an incident at this particular party, but we've seen this before at parties. And that's when you drink, your inhibitions are lowered and your awareness and perception of what's going on changes. And sometimes people do things that they shouldn't be doing, like slipping condoms off.
Yeah.
So be conscious of your
Yeah.
drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Be aware that if you're going to play, drinking too much can be risky.
Mm-hmm. And it was an intentional slip the condom off, go back in, and
Right.
then
Play,
claim, it just
fell off.
It just slipped off. It wasn't
Right.
It was an accident.
I've broken condoms before, but I've never had one fall off
Yeah.
outside
So,
of the vagina.
I've seen this happen before with this particular guest.
So,
and yes.
be conscious
be
of that.
aware.
Look out for each other.
Yep.
And, if you're that guy, don't be that guy. It's just not cool.
Rude.
Um,
Respect others and their surroundings, the cleanliness
Yes.
of the home, condoms on the floor, pick them up, put them in the trash, towels. Everyone has everything specifically laid out and labeled
Right.
So, just,
Yeah, and try and be conscientious. This is somebody else's house. They've invited you in. They're throwing a big party for you.
Yeah.
And,
I know.
Take care.
It is a bit challenging. I agree. When you're having fun and you're inebriated and you're like, wee, and you're not thinking about, oh, I really need to put, something in the trash. You're
Right.
also kind of forgetful and you forget where you've laid things down.
Yes.
So,
yeah. In the heat of the moment,
yeah.
you're like swapping condoms or
Right.
getting lube or all that kind of stuff. And things spill.
You do your best and all that good stuff. But this bedroom, oh my God. All right, so we need to talk about this bedroom, this playroom. So the house was massive. It's two stories, right?
Yeah.
And a pool in the back. And they have a bar and they had a sex swing type apparatus in the backyard.
Yeah, yeah.
And beds around the pool in the backyard. And the party started at 2. So this was like in daylight. Neighbors,
Yes.
I guess, just didn't really care. And the beds didn't they have canopies over them? So you could really see? Or...
Some canopies over some, like the massage table had kind of like a
the
canopy
massage
over it.
table, too.
But there were umbrellas and
Things like that.
high fences and shrubberies.
It was fascinating to me that none of the neighbors were looky-looing. Like, all their blinds were closed, shuttered closed. And I'm dying to know if they had a conversation with their neighbors or maybe if their neighbors were actually swingers and were at the party.
That'd be
Wouldn't that be awesome?
I wish our neighbors were.
So the backyard was just awesome. Awesome. She had food inside. She had some catering brought in. She had some of her own alcohol. You could bring your own. She had a lot of mixers, all that great stuff. Like I said, everything was labeled. Beds in the living room, beds upstairs, showers upstairs, so you can clean. A lot of people took advantage of the showers. But the master bedroom, dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Amazing. Lights. Were they black lights or just glowy lights?
I think they were LEDs.
Oh my God.
They had like strip lights all over.
An entire wall of mirrors, and
Yeah.
they were framed.
Yeah.
They were so cool looking. Big, wide, 5-6 inch frames around each floor to ceiling mirror, and these rectangular framed mirrors. I don't know how many. 10 of them. 8 probably.
Well, it was like a 15-foot wall of mirrors on one side.
It was so cool. And lights all around them, so they were like glowing from behind. And you could see everything. Sex swing was up there, a bed, this massive ottoman, people everywhere.
Lots of places and things to see.
Oh my God, it was so much fun.
Yeah,
It was
we had a
so
good time.
much fun. Wait, are we not talking anymore about that?
No,
Oh,
we can talk about it more.
I really want to talk about you fucking the host in this swing and how I was
We
behind
did cover
you.
that.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, I keep dreaming about that. That was so nice.
That was fun.
It's like I have a penis. It's like I have your penis and I'm fucking her. I just need to get a strap on. That's all I need. I just need to do it because
you enjoy it.
I enjoy being behind you and seeing that view. It's really amazing.
I like the view too.
Oh.
It's a good view. But yeah,
okay.
we had a lot of fun in that room.
We did have a lot of fun. There was a lot of swapping people and big puppy pile at the end. And
Different positions, different parts of the bed, different times.
Oh, and I had a burst.
You did have
I know.
several firsts at that
So
party.
I tried. I think it worked. It was a little. It's hard to kind of feel the sensation, but it seemed like for briefly one moment it was purposeful. I had 2 penises in my vagina.
Yes.
But because of the configuration and the slipperiness,
It's fleeting sometimes.
it's fleeting. Then it went from pussy in the vagina. I'm sorry.
Your
Not
pussy
a
is your
pussy in the
vagina.
vagina. Sorry.
That would be fun.
a penis in the vagina and a penis in my ass.
Yeah.
So I was having a good time doing that. And so then Ed, I was like, where's Ed? Where's Ed?
And I was standing right there.
Yeah.
In front of your face.
And I said, get over here. I need to be airtight.
And there we had it.
Dun, dun, dun.
So
it was actually a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
DVP, DP, and then TP.
TP. And a shower afterwards.
And a shower. Yeah, that was fun.
It was fun. And then I was showering with another guy at one point.
I couldn't find Phoebe. I'm looking around. I'm like, I have no idea where she is.
His community shower.
And I'm looking around, and I hear the water running in the shower, and I'm like, that sounds like Phoebe's voice.
When you got to get clean, you got to get clean. So.
But she's not alone in the shower. So I knocked, and then there were 3 people in the shower.
Then there were 3 people in the shower. It was fun.
That was so much fun.
People were so nice. So nice.
And
so sexy.
We had some other realizations with that party, or at least in the days afterwards as we were thinking about it. And that's the different play styles of public versus private, and kind of the pros and cons of each of those, especially in like a house party situation where public, in other words, like the big orgy bed or the bed out in the backyard, you know, it's a little more casual. There's less expectations, it seems, and it's obviously less intimate because everybody's there. But if you're in a private room with one other couple, it's like you're committed to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's pretty intimate, and it can be good. It can be a lot of fun. But it can also be a little, like I said, it's a commitment. So if it's not a good experience or something's not going very well, you're kind of committed to it because it's kind of hard to bail.
Right. But we have had those experiences where they have been really great in a private room. And we've had experiences that weren't so great in a private room. And we were able to gently excuse ourselves from the room. Your playtime just gets cut short.
Right.
You gracefully, thank and acknowledge the interaction that you had, and you just cut it short because stuff happens.
Right.
The connection isn't there. People aren't feeling the vibe. Someone changes their mind. They thought they were okay, but then they weren't. So you got to roll with the punches.
Yeah. And, as they say, be honest with yourself and with your partners so that you're not committing to something that you're not comfortable with. So,
right.
Consent can be given or taken at any point. So,
right.
Take care of yourself.
Right. But I tend to like the public because it does feel less, I guess, less risky in the sense that
you've got options. You've got, flexibility.
Right. Because depending on the party, you may not have another opportunity to go find the other couple that you wanted to play with because they've already left, or they are in another private room.
Right.
Or there's not a private room available or a bed available. So when
or the opportunity to drag somebody else onto the bed when they walk by.
Right.
I mean, there's lots of things that open.
Right. So if you're, looking for more opportunities to have more fun experiences, it tends to be the group play for us.
Now you have to be comfortable with that. You got to be a bit of an exhibitionist, because people, you tend to draw a crowd.
Yeah. Which,
of course, we hate. But to each their own.
Oh my God. So much fun. So much fun. As always, you will need to put yourself out there and be at ease with nothing happening. We can't tell you how many times we think the party is going to be a bust, and then bam, the freak is on. Take time during the party to huddle with your partner about your top candidates and execute a plan so you're both on the same page. Trust me, this does pay off. Being an active participant will be worth your efforts.
Before you turn off our podcast to take care of all the vanilla things pulling you away, please reach out and give us a review. I know mashing a star is so much easier, but a review is so much better for sharing your love of what we're doing with others. We would appreciate it. If you want to share a personal story, ask us questions, or share your comments, you can contact us at swingeruniversity@gmail.com. Check us out at swingeruniversity.com, where you can find links to our Twitter and Instagram feeds. Thank you for listening to Swinger University, your horizontal enrichment podcast.